Connections Café. My name's Simi. I work for Radfield Home Care. So we provide domiciliary care services for the elderly in the areas of Bromley, Orpington and Beckenham. Without further ado, I'm going to just hand over to Mercedes, but before I do, I just wanted to make some of you aware that it was Carers Week last week. So I just wanted to say thank you to all the carers for what they do, the unpaid carers as well as the paid carers as well, because I think that's really important to be acknowledged as well. So thank you everyone, and let's keep it up for Bromley. There's a lot happening today as well, so I'll now hand over to Mercedes, who will let you know what fun things are in store today.
Thank you, Simi. Good morning. Thank you for coming, everybody. In a moment, we're going to be passing over to our social prescribing table, who are going to tell you all about the work that they do. I think we've got Frankie, who's speaking for us this morning. And then we're going to pass over to Aneta, who's going to introduce us to our activity today, which is making these beautiful mosaics, so these coasters. I will just really important, Aneta has to take all of these back home and grout them. So you've got to make sure your name is on the back, and we will be bringing them back to the next cafe for you to collect. So there is extra work happening to get you these beautiful coasters, but thank you for coming. It's always so lovely to be here at the cafe. We've got lots of different people here. Do have a chat, and I hope you enjoy the activity today. Just to let you know that our next cafe is on Tuesday, the 14th of July, and we have a group of actors coming in to do some scenes from A Midsummer Night's Dream. So you got a bit of summer Shakespeare coming your way. And we also have another flyer which has the dates of our following cafes. August the 25th, we're hoping to have a volunteer who's here today from the Imperial War Museum, and we're hoping to bring some artifacts in to talk about vintage history from World War II. And then on the 15th of September is our 4th birthday, if you can believe it, our 4th birthday, and we are having a little celebration, and the Deputy Mayor will be here. So we've got lots of lovely things happening. If you want to speak to myself or one of the team to find out more, please do. But before I do, I'm passing over to our social prescribing table, and I'd like to introduce you to to the roofing guys. Hooray! Anyway, over to Frankie.
Hello, I'm Frankie, and this is Emily. We're from Vita Health Group. You might know us as Crystal Palace Physio Group, that's who we used to be, and then we have more recently become Vita Health Group, and then even more recently become a part of Spire Healthcare. So we sort of sit somewhere in that giant umbrella. So within Vita, we have two main sites. So there's our kind of old site, which is at the Crystal Palace Sports Stadium, sort of underneath the stadium there. And then there's our main hub, which is in Orpington, just at the bottom of Knoll Rise. There's kind of the key things I think it's good for people to know about us is we've got kind of like three arms to our service. So we've got our rehab team. So these are the guys that are like your exercise experts, if you like. So they're the guys that if you've got they'll do everything really. If you've got like an arthritic knee, for example, they're your guys. If we've got someone who wants to get back running or back to football or something like that, again, they're our guys that will help people get back to doing exactly what they want to be doing. We then have our physio team. So our physios can do the more complex kind of assessments, whether that's back pain with sciatica, that unfortunately the stats tell us about 80% of people will have at some point in their lifetime. So they can assess for that. They can also then help with rehabilitation as well. We wouldn't expect our rehab therapists to be dealing with stuff like sciatica, just because it's a bit more complex. And talking of complex, we have our MCATs team. So our MCATs team deal with the most complex of anything you might kind of be referred with, whether that's potential like rheumatoid arthritis, we can assess for that, whether it's fibromyalgia, or whether it's, again, a stubborn sciatica that's just not improving. Part of what MCATs will do is organising blood tests and imaging if it's necessary. Imaging is probably a good one to talk about with everybody, because lots of people get referred about MRIs. Now, MRIs are useful, but sometimes they give us a bit too much information. They're very, very detailed, and actually sometimes we don't need that much detail. As physios by background, we can assess a lot of things without even needing the MRI to confirm it. Now, if your GP tells you they're going to refer you for an MRI, they will not. That comes to us as experts in musculoskeletal, and we will kind of work out whether actually you do need it or whether there's a different imaging that is better suited. It's useful if you're, say, I don't know, pre-op. You know, if you're due to have an operation and the surgeon wants to know a little bit more detail, brilliant. But if not, let's just crack on and get you better, really, rather than waiting for scans. So that's kind of us, really. There's 3 different ways you can get into us, like into the service. There's lots of buses, I'm sure there's more than 3 ways you can get there. But 3 ways into the service. So the easiest way is you can just pick up the phone, give us a ring. I think our number's probably on the leaflets we've got here. And then one of the team will give you a ring back. So you self-refer over the phone. The next way is you can do an online self-referral. It's called FIO, and it's a bit of an AI bot thing. Have you tried it? Judging by that face, it can be a bit lengthy, I won't lie to you. And then there's the traditional way. There's the go to your GP and ask your GP to refer you. Now, from a clinician's point of view, if as an individual you're someone that's got a few things wrong with you, you're on quite a few tablets, going via your GP is our preference, because we get all your medical history all in one go, and the clinician is well aware, there's no surprises on the day. But if you're generally fit and well, by all means, pick up the phone and refer yourself. We currently at the moment are working at about a 3-month wait for our routine physio appointments, but if there's anything more urgent that flags up either on your referral from the GP or if you've done the FIO, we kind of prioritise, just like the rest of the NHS does as well, just to make sure that people are seen in a timely manner by the most appropriate level of clinician. What other things do we do? We can do steroid injections, we have diagnostic ultrasound and ultrasound guided injections. We've got a orthotist, so if you've ever been given insoles into your shoes, we've got an orthotist working with us nowadays. We have a sports and exercise medicine doctor who's with us 1 day a month. We're also doing shockwave therapy, if anyone's heard of shockwave therapy. It's quite good for stuff like plantar fasciitis. You know, you get your pain in the arch of your foot. If you've got a stubborn one of those, shockwave's quite useful. So we do lots of things, but our bread and butter is our rehabilitation and just helping people to get better, and that's what we aim for. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Frankie. Thank you from the Vita Health Group. Thank you. Right. We're moving on to our activity now. I'm going to introduce Aneta, who's going to explain what we're doing so we can get straight on in to our Mosaics activity. Aneta? Sorry, I just need to hold it. Yes. Or I'll tell you what, I'll clip it on. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Aneta. I'm here today to facilitate this wonderful workshop. First of all, I want to say thank you to Mercedes and Stephanie for this wonderful opportunity to be here with you today. just few words about myself. I started making mosaics in 2001 as part of a therapeutic group. And I did that for 4 years. It was based in Lewisham, called Network Arts Lewisham. Yes. The COVID pandemic, like for many people, caused me to reconnect with my love for mosaics. I was forced to leave my job and became a volunteer at the London School of Mosaics in 2022. And last year I completed a diploma in mosaic studies in the school. So yes, I'm very happy to be here today. I strongly believe in the therapeutic side of making mosaics. And for you, my wish today is to enjoy, be creative, relax, and experience the same benefits of making mosaics like I did. I will just say a few instructions on how to make these coasters. They're 10 by 10 centimeters. Each of the tiles, they're pre-cut, manufactured. They're 1 centimeter, so you will need 81 tiles to stick on to make your coaster. Very important is to leave a millimeter gap so the grout can go in there. So the glue will go on the rough side, and this is the face of the mosaic. So
one side with little grooves in, that's the blue side. There's a black side, that's the one that goes up.
Yes.
If you make a mistake, then it's beautiful. Just go with
yes, of course it is. Yes. Yes, so I would suggest that you spend maybe 10-15 minutes or less, depending, to design your coaster, because it will be easier to have a plan in your head rather than stick and unstick. The phone is very useful tool to make decisions. You can take a photo to see whether the colors or the design works together for you. Yes, what else I was going to say?
And to write your first job is to write your name. Please write your name really clearly on the back. And then we'll come round with the coasters, we'll come round. You can come up and get stuff, or you can come and bring it over to your table. And Aneta, some of us will come round and help for you to have a design. Can I put some of these on the table?
Yes, of course. And I also would suggest that you start with the edges, because you want nice and straight edges, but that's entirely up to you. So enjoy. Thank you.
Hello, Shirley.
Hello.
Can you tell us about your mosaic?
Well, I'm just trying to make it nice and colourful, a bit mismatched really, but it's such pretty gems and nice colours.
It's gorgeous.
So hopefully it'll turn out okay.
HB, what have you decided to go for?
I'm going for a cat. sort of like a mystical purple cat, kind of a bit like Luna from Sailor Moon. So I've just had some bits cut just to make sort of the curves, small, so they don't look too spiky.
Very
or anything.
ambitious. Little interview. Hello.
Hi.
We've got our guests from the Vita group who are doing their mosaic.
Hello. So exciting.
Are you enjoying this?
I am. But equally, it's a little bit frustrating to try and get them all in the right place. Quite hard to get them to fit where I want them to fit.
Right. Well, don't look at mine. I just started sticking them on and I just went for it.
Went for it.
Yeah.
It's a really good idea to just go for anything.
How are you guys getting along?
Good.
Oh, nice. Cake and coaster.
Got my tweets.
Lovely.
Yeah, good morning. My name's Trevor Davis, and I work for McCarthy and Stone, and the company sponsors this event and Quest Soul Theatre, and I happen to know Mercedes very well, so the connection is fantastic. So I'm just helping out today with some mosaics. So I'm just going to help out, and it should be good fun. Looking forward to it. So I'm here principally because of the McCarthy Stone Foundation, which helps a lot of charities, and I've wanted the opportunity to be able to help out locally. My place that I work at is in Beckenham, just up the road from where we are now in Bromley.
Thank you.